All right, so, well, hey everybody, Shane here with daily-astrocat.com, and today is Wednesday, and it's going to be the 4th of June. So what do we got going on here? Well, we're going to have the moon in Virgo, and it's going to go void of course at 7:11 in the morning. It's going to enter Libra later on. So it's going to be a busy day of contradictions, right? It certainly is. Now, what time is it going to enter Libra, Shane? I don't know. I didn't write it down. 9:38 in the morning here on the East Coast. So 7:11 a.m. to 9:38 or 9:48, whatever I said. And so we've got some things going on, right? So the moon in Virgo feels the need for change, but is resistant to Jupiter's excessive promises. Jupiter? Really? Yes, remember that whole Jupiter in Gemini thing being a little on the sketchy side? Well, pretty soon, Jupiter's going to be going into Cancer. And that is where Jupiter is exalted. Does very well in Cancer. Likes it there. We're going to get into that. We're going to really get into that. We're going to dig into that as we get into that season, because we're going to have a year of that. So we're going to have a year to really get into that and just start looking at it and parsing it out. Now, that's only because she's moving towards Libra, right? That's right. The moon is moving towards Libra. So she's like, I'm keeping an eye on you. Once you get to Libra, you get kind of like that loosey-goosey feeling. It's a cardinal sign, first of all. Remember that, okay? It's the cardinal air sign. So it's a place where good ideas can start. They can definitely blossom there, too. Even though it's the fall season, it's when you harvest, right? Yep, that's what we're talking about. So look, once again, supreme personal effort is going to be required. Yeah, we had some yesterday, right? Oh, yeah, we did. Yesterday was quite an interesting day with that whole crazy Gemini energy, right? It's going to start to slow down just a little bit today, because as we get, the Gemini energy with Mercury in Gemini, making that trine with the moon, that's where that energy came from, right? Now we're going to have, it was actually a square. Now we're going to have, I believe it's Jupiter sextile Neptune, look at this. Jupiter sextile Venus. All right, that higher vibration. That's our big aspect for today, and it doesn't occur until way later on in the evening, right? So we've got a whole day of this passing from Virgo, that energy, that exacting energy, where we're just kind of like getting to Libra now, right? Libra, we're kind of like good to not make waves. We want to make sure that we are just, doing what we're supposed to be doing and, not making many waves. It's going to be a beautiful day, right? Beautiful day outside, beautiful day inside. Wear something nice. Our color is mint julep, so any kind of minty kind of thing, probably a little more pastel-y than this and a little lighter than this green, but that's a great color. And we're going to be talking about that effort being required. Now, new leaders, they're going to start to begin to emerge on the national radar. Not really talking about that much here in the United States, but you're going to start seeing it. You're going to start seeing it worldwide, too. It's kind of like this whole Pluto in Aquarius is precipitating some changes, and they're not necessarily going to be felt right away, but they're coming, and you can feel them. And that's where this keyword of intensification comes from. There's an intensification of this as the United States starts to, chip away at science and education in definitely ways that are not conducive to being a leader in the world on this and these various areas. You're going to start to see other places in the world trying to pick up on that slack, trying to draw that towards them, right? AI, the pharmaceuticals, all that stuff, right? Try to take that away from the United States. Try to take that technological edge away from the United States. Now, where are we at? Well, let's find out. Told you what the keyword is, intensification. The color is mint julep. Bold ideas can be launched. To do so will require hard work, right? Strength, strength. You need strength. You're going to need to strengthen your message and further define the mission. We are here not to really pass any judgment on these things. We're putting it on notice. We are noticing it. We are bringing it to your attention because if this is something you're passionate about, then this is where you're going to be taking action. And that's where Pluto becomes personal, because as it comes to the people, everybody out there, that's where your particular actions can be, and that's where you can place them. Is that a good place to place them or not? That's up for you to decide. That really is. I value science. I value knowledge. I value being relatively informed. I don't want to be totally informed because you can go down a rabbit hole with that, and and you become a victim of that news cycle, 24-hour news cycle. It's just constantly on repeat in your face, and that's not a good way to really try to take in a lot of information and a lot of diverse information, right? And I'm not saying that if that's what you do, that's what you do. But what I'm saying is that there's other ways. If you're watching this right here, I guarantee you're looking for alternative sources of information, entertainment, and just an alternative ways of living, of expressing what it is that you're doing on the planet. And astrology is a great way to do that, because it's not your destiny, it's your choices. It's what you have in front of you. It's options. It's what the cosmos is working towards. We try to gear ours towards creativity, and sometimes the days just aren't that creative, right? Exactly. But some days, like this day, not a terribly creative day. However, with that great eye, with that moon in Libra, oh yeah, you got a good eye for some things, right? That's why you get the clothes on, right? Get that green, rock that color, rock that style, rock a smell. The fragrances that you choose can definitely infect your spirit. The jewelry that you wear, certain things that you can do to protect yourself from others. Yeah, you can do that too. So let's talk about what is going to be going on, because I really want to just talk about the renewed effort that an individual is going to have to expend to build a team, right? Because this is where we're at. We're back to the individual. Okay, we have gone around a little bit, and as we come into Libra, we're starting to see, whoa, hey, where's the, it's like those people that run up the hill. Everybody come with me, and next thing you know, he's on the hill by himself, right? Where's everybody? I'm back behind you, right? Those guys, you got to leave them behind. The people that are up on the hill with you, make a new team, right? You got to make a new team. Now, what are we talking about? It's just a surprising time of year. It really is. We've got all this Gemini energy with stuff popping up, right? We've got the flowers, we've got the birds, we've got all sorts of things, right? It's a beautiful time of the year. And it's surprising. The elders are already blooming outside. Just a little bit early. I think everything's just running a tad early. There's a moon trine Uranus that's going to indicate these surprises and unexpected surprises, and they're going to both delight and provide comfort and joy. The moon square Jupiter is keeping things real. We're watching trends in a state of disbelief. What comes next is what you are making of the situation. Be the voice of reason. Don't lose compassion or empathy, otherwise you risk having your spiritual vibration lowered. We're here to be elevated, right? We're here to use this wonderful tool to do things better, to experience things better, to just experience more. That's what we want. And here comes the last push. Tonight, you're going to produce some of the best sounds, the best choices, and consequently end up on the best path. In 1769, the transit of Venus is followed 5 hours later by a total solar eclipse. It's the shortest such interval in history. This is exactly 32 cycles of Venus ago. Now, why would you say that, Shane? Well, because a transit of Venus means that Venus is transiting on the face of the sun. And that would be an inferior conjunction, because that's the one we would see where Venus would pass in front of the sun. Superior conjunctions are when the sun is between Venus and the Earth. So the inferior conjunction would be Venus passing in front of it. There's a fascinating story behind that. And basically, it was... oh, long story short. I should make a longer video of it. But yeah, it started out with Edmund Halley in 1719. And this was actually 1769. They tried it in 1761 because they knew that the cycles of Venus was every 8 years. That's how we know that this inferior conjunction is the same one that we just experienced back in March when Venus was in Aries, right? At the time, Venus was in Gemini, however, because the petals of Venus don't move that fast, right? They don't shift. They remain pretty much there. So there you go. So now that you know that, yeah, a lot more stuff on that. It involves Tahiti, a place called the Point of Venus, all sorts of things. It's very interesting. And our birth is in 1964, one Jordan Mechner. He's an American video game designer who designed The Prince of Persia. He's born in New York City, and that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate and love every single one of you. Thank you, Patricia, for your wonderful, wonderful message that you left on the last episode. That stuff just lightens my heart. Same to you, Carrie. I love seeing comments. I love seeing people just vibing on what it is that we're doing here. And here for you. Here for all of you. That's what we're here to do. Leave me a comment. You want me to talk about something? You want me to not talk about something? Put it in the comments. Thank you so much. Appreciate all of you. Today's a little bit on the difficult side. Today's a 5. Happy astrocatting.